Hello engineer, my name is Red and I'm here today to ask for your help. I will start with the TLDR of the situation. So, in the video from ban those things at time mark 10 minutes 2 seconds, to be more exact here, you can see next. You can see that inventory don't have old SE1 volume property, right? Only mass, as you can see, 250 kilograms and 3 tons, 200 kilograms in his inventory. If you forgot, in SE1 we don't have mass as hard limit. We have volume as hard limit, right? What this means? It means that inventory is limited not by mass of the object, but the volume. So, quote-unquote, realistic. And why it is important? Because this inventory system is much better and de facto unique for 2 SE1. And if you take a look at our inventory, you can see what? You can see that we have volume and for now 0 liters from 500,000 liters, right? And what is important, if we take a look at this, we can see that it has mass separate from volume. And very important part, mass may differ in very big way from volume itself, right? It's same for ores, for ice. So here we have like 1 ton, it's 400 kilograms, 400 liters, sorry. And if we take a look at the uranium, we can see that 1 ton is like 50 liters. So vastly different proportions. And for example, tubes, roughly 1 to 1.5, right? Why I believe it is true? So why I don't think it's just in development thing or something? Well, firstly, I am not sure, right? You can see the title of my ticket, possible removal. So we don't have any guarantee that this is how it will be. But if it is indeed how it will be, when we will be sure that is how things going their way, this will be too late. But now I will show you some evidence, some from like real and another one just speculations, right? So, well, obviously I already shown you video, right? As you can see all the stuff. Next one. Here you can see a snippet from the Space Engineers 2 code. And more precisely, this is item definition, right? So basically it's code that corresponds basically for like base of an item, right? And you can see next, there is mass per unit property, right? Variable, but there is none for volume, right? So, and what's important to understand, this code is don't require it to be like working, right? So if they planned to have it here, they would have it from the start. It just won't do anything. It's literally just text at that point, right? So that's why I think so. And my next reason, my next speculation, well, let's go this way, right? So imagine it's indeed just indexing and they really plan to change it. Why start with mass, right? If it was like NC Space Engineers 1, right? If it really was based on volume, then first unit would be liters, right? Volume, kiloliters, etc. But as you can see, this is not a thing, right? It starts from the kilograms, so as you can imagine, my words have some value behind them. So this is the end of TLDR part, right? So too long didn't read. I concised everything that I wanted to say. If this information is enough to you, right? If you can make your informed decision, if you understand why it matters, I will invite you to go to this ticket and give it your voice. Tell your friend who likes Space Engineers, right? Tell, I don't know, your mother, you know, like jokes is jokes, but it's important, right? You may think that it's like small mechanic, right? Slow mechanic, small, not really that important, but looks a big picture painted with small things. Small mechanics, they combine, they make SE1 what it is. And small mechanics will make SE2 what it will be. if we start with removal of volume, we're not that far from, like, I don't know, Minecraft style inventory, right? Why don't remove mass then 2? Why don't make slots, right? I hope you understand. Look, if you don't agree, I can understand, but you can't say that is not important, right? You may think that is good. I understand. But this important and it will change things in a big way. So if you made your decision already, be it wait for the ticket or disagree with me, then you are free to go. Have a good day. You can find a link to the ticket in the description and or in the comments, depending on how YouTube will let me paste it, right? It's YouTube have its quirks. If you still here, I will assume that you need either more detailed explanation what I mean, right? Or maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about at all. So I will do next. I will start from relatively short and simple explanation on volume, mass, density, and how it works, like physics 101. If you don't need it, feel free to skip through the timestamps to in-game examples why it matters. So we will start from the basics of the basics. Volume, let's assume V with mass. What it is, how it different? Well, if we dump it down to the like incredible level, volume, it is size. Mass, it is weight. Looks, there is an amount of important stuff when we talk about in gravity, not in gravity. I will ignore all of it. I give like super basic explanation, right? I don't care about it at all. We're talking about like video game, right? Who cares? So volume, size, right? It's how much space your item or something takes. And mass is how heavy your something is. They may have equal value, but it's rare. Well, if we don't talk about stuff that covering like 80% of our planet, but it's important. They combine, they work together, but they absolutely different things. From now on, I will be using not volume and mass, but it will be using corresponding units. To again make it simpler, I will be using liters and kilograms, right? Default metric units. So let's go with it. So L liters and C K kilograms. Good. So when we divide mass by volume, or how we establish it kilograms by liters, we get density. Density, it's number that tells how much of the material in mass there is per unit of our volume, in this case liters. So it, for example, if we take water, right, water is very convenient thing for us because roughly on average in a perfect world 1 kilogram of water equal to 1 liter of water, right? So 1 liter of water has 1 kilogram, and so we can say that in 10 liters of water there is 10 kilograms of water. But again, water is special. Let's assume not like it's, you get it. With this, I hope that you understand that limiting factor of any container is not mass, but volume, right? Not kilograms, but liters. Because you may have box filled with feathers, right? Let's assume there is 1 kilogram of feather. That's right, kg. And look, it is full, right? You can't put any more. You're trying to put it the spell. Yeah, I get you could use like, I don't know, some type of press, but let's assume, let's not complicate things. This box is full with 1 kilogram. But actually, kilogram is not limiting factor, because if you take same box and fill it with 100 kgs of, I don't know, let's go with let's SESM, right? Uranium. You are right. 100 kilogram of uranium, it still will not be full, right? Because uranium is much more dense. It has much more mass per 1 unit of volume per liter. And yes, our box may not be able to handle such a weight, but it will be soft limit, right? Not hard limit, because you can put more, it can contain more, it may break, but everything may break. It is soft limit, not hard one. Right, we can make box sturdier, we can, I don't know, put it in 0G, right, in space. Well, almost 0G, there's not like perfect 0G, right? But I hope you get it. And this is why mass don't make any sense as limiting factor of stuff in space engineers, and especially in space. Because it doesn't matter how much stuff you put in the box in space, it will not break, right? Yes, it may cause problem when you try to accelerate, but again, you won't be able to accelerate too fast because you have heavy stuff. Now I will move to in-game examples of how it works and why it is important in SE1. And why it will be a big loss if you don't have it in SE2. And here we are in SE1. I will start from showing settings of my world, right, so we don't have any unanswered questions on this side. Well, I will scroll it down, right, you can pause it if you want. So, multipliers, it's like only thing that matters, to be fair, but let's go. Environment, survival, encounters, combat, misc, experimental. So yes, only that matters multipliers, but I want to be clear. So what I have here, I have here like couple of duplicates of same build, starting from control. Then I have stone, ice, stone, ore, because they have same density. I have iron, and etc. I will be when we come to this. So what I want to do, I want to show you difference between on Earth 1G, right, or Earth-like, sorry, 1G, how same ship fill it to the brim with different resources, with different type of resources, with resources of different density, behave, right? That's what I want to do. And before that, it is repeatable. I will put this blueprint into this video comments, right? No, link to the workshop, right? Sim workshop. This is first, and second, right here in my inventory I have a couple of resources. We can take a look at it to get basic baseline, right? To understand what we will see. As you can see, ice has 1 ton per 370 liters, right? Same for stone, same for every ore. Uranium, on the other hand, has 50 liters per 1 ton. Iron, ferrum, has 130 liters per ton. Cobalt have 110. Steel tubes have 150 liters per 1 ton. As you can see, we have other way tubes 500 per 1 ton. Steel plates 150 liters per 1 ton, and interior plates have 1700 liters per 1 ton. So, how it works? Well, actually, I made some small mistake. I will not fix it because it will take some time. In theory, this grid supposed to be tied to respective beacon, but for some reason it don't work for me, right? If you take a look at AI flight, no, don't flight recorder, it dropped beacon, so be it. They will fly to same spot, but it doesn't matter. We will be able to see important stuff right away. So I will start with the control, right? So this absolutely empty, as you can see, grid with nothing. And let's see how it behaves. I missed the button. So empty grid without any item. As you can see, by the way, this grid is from my survival world, my workhorse. I made it for carrying ice. So as you can imagine, it will be pretty good for carrying ice and especially to fly empty, right? Easiest thing it can do. So it flight to the spot, it will return now, but we don't care about it. Next one is ice, stone or any ore, because they have same density, it doesn't matter for us to test it, as you can see, right? Or ice, stone. As you can see now, the ship flies. It can hold itself pretty good, but you can't call it snappy, right? Next one, iron ingots. And this one is I need crosshair. Interesting one. So let's give it some time. As you can see it, well, it's not that good, right? As you can see, it can't fly because iron have much more density. Oh, by the way, you mustn't have I tried to trick you. Let's take a look at the inventory, right? So I will scroll this inventory, and I will, if one of them alive, I will scroll this inventory, this empty one. Okay, let's scroll that one. If it's alive, I hope it's alive. I don't want to re-record it, you know. It's good, I will say. As you can see, it is full. There will be another ships. I will be able to show it to you anyway. But yeah, so okay, well, I don't think we need to talk about this one, right? It's not flying. Next, cobalt. Let's take a look at cobalt, and cobalt, as you can see, it is full. Right, yep, it is full. To the bottom, and let's start it. Well, it will be same story as iron one. Well, almost. It's a little bit lighter. And the next one, uranium, well, it will not fly at all, because uranium is much heavier. So let's just take a glimpse of it, and yeah, it's that. Steel tubes. We're starting with interesting stuff. So, as we will be able to see, this carrier, this shuttle, is able to carry ores, stone, and ice just fine. It can't carry ingots, so it's not fitting to carry ingots or some mixture of ingots and other stuff. But on the other hand, if we take a look at steel tubes, and to be more precise, large steel tubes, and let's take a look at the inventory, right? Here is the inventory. If I start it, somebody, oh, it's frying itself. This shuttle, full of steel tubes, flies just fine, even better than it did with ore. So, if you made it for ore, it will be overkill. We could remove some of the thruster or add more cargo containers. Steel tubes small, actually kinda similar story, but slightly more heavy. We will talk about densities in a short while. Next. And you might say, okay, what are you talking about? Looks like, okay, just for ores it's fine, don't use it for ingots, use it for ores and use it for components, right? No, because if you take a look at steel plates, so it's filled with steel plates, as you can see, right? It is not good for steel plates, or again some kind of mixture of it's that. Bye bye. And next, you may say, okay, well, let's just start it. So what I'm talking about. Interior plates, and again I forgot to show it to you. Like, I hope you don't think that I'm trying to trick you, right? But who knows? I'll fly it, as you can see, full of plates, just not steel, but interior plates, and yeah. And again, I will post this blueprint into workshop. If you don't believe me, you can load it and test it yourself. So, here I have opened wiki GG, and to be more precise, component page. I wasn't able to find, not that I searched for a long time, a similar page for ores, for ingots, but it doesn't matter. What I wanted to show you. Look, here you can find density of components, right? So how heavy is component per 1 liter. What you can see that steel plates are indeed 6.6, so most dense from all components, but please take a look. As you can see, second one is computer at 5. But if we take a look, we can see that below small tubes there is myriad of components. So our test ship would fly just fine if it was filled with any of these components that are below, but it will not fly fine with steel, computer, prototype panels, maybe construction components, maybe gravity components, maybe thrust components, maybe, well, reactor components, I will assume that it will fly. So what I'm trying to say, it depends, right? Density, volume, mass play together to influence your gameplay, even if you don't know it, right? In SE1, you can destroy your ship by loading it with wrong stuff, right? You may like made a miner, you dig some iron ore, you carry it, you refined it, then you seen trader having contract for steel plates, you decided to load your miner with steel plates, and okay, my miner it just fine, right? It just fine with iron ore, right? So what is the problem? The problem is next that you will kill your miner if you designed it good way, right? If you did not make some overkill build, this will be important. And look, even if you think that this like don't influence your gameplay, I can understand it, but what is the problem? Problem is next that it's small things. Maybe this one small things don't influence your gameplay, but combination of other stuff does. Today we remove volume, and tomorrow we will remove mass, and day after tomorrow we remove gravity. Why not? Right, so it's mechanic that uh, tells space engineers one, and I hope in the future two, from other games of this type, in general, right? So this is the end of this video, and I will ask you once again, please go to this ticket and wait for it. Of course, if this resonate with you, if you believe that it's okay, to remove this mechanic. I don't understand you, right? But I respect your opinion. And on the other hand, I will ask you to respect my opinion and respect opinion of the people that want to see this game as who it was, right? Space engineers, right? Yes, nobody is arguing that it's realistic game, right? But it is better that nothing, right? Quote unquote realistic. So thank you for your attention. Hope that you will vote for this ticket, and I hope that Kin will see it and we will see volume in SE2 as it was in SE1. Bye.